Right, everybody. Okay. So, Frostpunk 2, the next chapter begins. This is going to be about Frostpunk 2. Survivors of the Endless Winter. The moment we've been waiting for is almost here. Frostpunk 2 launches on 20/09/2024. Of course, for me, these two are swapped around, so it would be the 9th month, the 20th day, but I get it on the 17th but the advanced access opens the gates tomorrow, 17/09/2024. Yeah, my month and day or something around from this. Yeah. So tomorrow I will be playing Frostpunk 2, so make sure to tune in. I'll be doing as many episodes as I can get out. I can't wait to play the game. Before we step into Harsh World, look back the past has led us here and see our road so far. Hear ye, citizens of London. Oh, this reminds me of the town crier from Darkest Dungeons, because I originally thought that guy was like the mayor of the town, the hamlet or something, but I'm pretty sure he's the town crier, which is the guy who says, hear ye, and then reads the decree. Hear ye, citizens of New London. By the will of the council, I, your steward, declare a brief respite from the workers' relentless toil. From the 17th of September to the 20th of September. No coal shall be hewn and no harsh winds braved, save for those in frosty expanses of Frostpunk 2. Yes, you've earned this reprieve. Take your time to immerse yourself in the depths of our world and steer your own city to survival. Come the 20th, the bitter winds of Frostpunk 2 will be at your door. May your choices be wise and your resolve unwavering. Prepare, citizens, for the frost is calling you, and your city will fall about you. Signed, the Steward. And then a global access release, our scouts have bravely treachered conditions to crucial intelligence, a map revealing the exact moment when Frostpunk 2 Advanced Edition will become available in all locations across our globe. As you see in New York, it'll be September 17th, 1 p.m., and over here in Los Angeles, it's 10 a.m. I'm in Utah, which is like right here. So what do I get at 11 a.m.? It's like 2 p.m. down here. Warsaw, it's 7. And actually, Beijing, Tokyo, and Sydney, it's September 18th instead of 17th. Maybe the release date's the 21st over here. And in London, of course, you know London, it's where the game basically takes place. It released September 17th, 6 a.m. Or I think that's a.m. I can't really tell. The quality of this is kind of bad. As I glimpse into our future, there's this, which I'll be here. I've not watched.
Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear us?
I don't know.
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London.
Also, this is the game intro cinematics, and also I can't really tell, but I kind of think that perhaps the captain has his feet amputated. I can't really tell there. But yeah, I also forgot to read this. The trials ahead of Dante for the not insurmountable once again witness fate of the captain or in-game intro cinematic. Now, I never actually watched this. But this is apparently the intro for the game.
United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Ripe for taking. The city grows.
Festers.
So apparently some person here is taking care of the captain. But honestly, it feels like she doesn't have the best intentions for him. She kind of seems evil. And she has some cuts in her hand, perhaps some sort of cult or something, who knows? But yeah, she seems evil.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world.
Yes.
What's gonna happen? He's dead. The person who played Frostpunk 2, the captain, is now dead. I mean, I think that's literally what it says. 30 years have passed, and the captain's dead. But I guess he died of foul play. Someone murdered him. Pre-order now on Steam, Epic Store, whatever that is, and whatever that is. But yeah, that's that. And then there's also facts about Frostpunk 2, which I also have not watched. Take a look at it.
Oh, finally, a break and a hot meal. It's good to have something hot in your belly, eh? It wasn't like this when the old captain was in charge, I tell you.
Of course, I remember.
Now this city's bigger than it used to be.
Yes.
Where there were buildings, districts stretched as far as the eye can see.
Can you remember how back then we were only required to keep the generator running? Now every factory eats twice as many resources. We need coal, oil, heat stamps. Yes, life is a bit warmer than back then, but bloody more complicated if you ask me.
That's only one side of the coin. We're still sick, hungry, and cold. Yet some things come back to us from the past. A man cannot even walk outside without the fear of being mugged, or even worse, killed in cold blood.
Bloody bastards! It's the people, dear sir.
Interesting. So it seems like the old people are talking about the current problems of the city versus what they used to be. Needs grow, starving, sick, dying, being robbed or murdered in cold blood. Well, back in the day when all you had to do was to keep the generator alight, there wasn't districts nor a council. The captain said something and you did it, or you just did it. Now people have choices in what they do. Not everybody is required to keep the generator alight or feed the hungry. There's people who are unemployed, new jobs, people have families now, and some people have turned to a life of crime and murder. Although then again, in the New London, A New Hope first scenario, there is criminals who do rob, but there is few criminals. Though if you pick order, everyone's branded as a criminal, as you can throw every single person in jail. Too bad there's no, prisoners working, because when the prisoners actually get out of jail, they're not assigned to any jobs, and it's really annoying. Well, anyways, back to what these people are saying.
They are the problem. Now everyone belongs to a faction of some sort.
Yes, it looks like there was the foragers, the machines, and the
I
technocrats.
understand the technocrats want machines to make our lives easier.
Sounds nice.
But what Icebloods say about evolution is true madness.
Evolution, I don't believe in evolution.
I guess that's why Stewart built the council hall. Long time ago, Captain just said what to do and we did it.
Just like I
No
said.
questions asked.
Yeah.
Now every law has to be discussed, negotiated.
So back there, that was the food additives, where there's forage additives, which the foragers slightly increased food, versus there's chemical additives, machinists, and modern day food additives. But better. Only marginally increases sickness. Versus today, it increases all sorts of health risks, like dementia, heart disease, bunch of diseases. Honestly, don't eat processed foods. And look into what you're eating. Literally look into what you're eating and what's in it. Because, to be honest, food's really the thing that's poisoning you. It's why people are sick, dying here. It's really what you eat that really kills you. And then the medicines you have to take, they don't really solve the problem. They just subside it.
But in the end, someone's always unhappy.
Yeah, that's how it works. You try to please everybody, you please no one.
Did you hear that some delegates come to
Twitch integration. Never heard of that.
Council Hall from outside the city?
Viewers. Oh. Oh. Mandatory school. No. Send the children to the mines. No. Not mandatory school. No, send them to the mines. They must work. They must earn their bread. So it looks like you can have live stream viewers on Twitch and have them participate in the vote. Perhaps a few participate in a vote, and it looks like they can vote either way. Now, does this only count the vote of viewers and these? Because I guess you can just vote and it does not take the viewers, but if you start viewer voting... Oh, okay, no, I understand now. Vote participants is how many people are voting, so let's just give it 30 people right now. You start viewers' votes. There's against and the for people, but the viewers get to choose which side they're going on. Are they going for or against? Viewer here, viewer there. Then when you press vote, all of the votes are locked in, and the hesitants vote against or for it. But in this situation, it's more likely the against to win because the viewers voted for it. I completely understand that now. It makes so much sense. You could also go against your viewers and negotiate. Or you could just let your viewers basically pass every single law. And also here we see the Foragers, the Machinists, and the Lords. Which is an interesting faction I've never heard of before. I've heard of Foragers, Machinists, Icebloods, Technocrats. But never before have I heard of the Lords.
Why not, we're all in this together, but that idea is risky if you ask me.
Yeah, see, now it's rejected.
Shut it!
But that's not the only place where Scorn and Defiance have sneaked in.
That's bloody right.
It took over the Research Institute as well, making work.
Looks like the Machinists, again, they want generator oil. Oil burnt in the generator process some squalor and can only exclusively burn oil. The Mines of Foragers is slightly less efficient version of this, but perhaps the generator can burn coal and oil at the same time.
Work on each project to match.
Yeah, versatile pumps. So this appears to give no bonus at all to it. But you see, this allows run on oil, coal, and steam. Run on oil, coal, or steam. Interesting. So when you use this, it's exclusively oil, but for this allows you to change it depending on what you have an abundance of. Perhaps you have abundance of coal and you need to spend it, or perhaps you want to build up a supply of oil, as it could be a more efficient fuel form. And steam. Do you know nuclear generators are really just steam engines? It's just steam power. Steam's probably the best form of energy there is. We started with steam, and still the thing that produces the most steam is... not most steam, most energy is nuclear reactors. They can produce tons of energy, and we'll never run out of uranium. We haven't even dug up deep into the earth. We've not even gone past the crust. We probably never will. Else, the world will probably end before we can dig anything out of Earth. The entirety of it. The sun will explode. And think about it, if you do run out of uranium, somehow, there's always other planets that have uranium as well. You gotta think about the possibilities of interstellar travel.
Of support and rejection.
I dread to think where this city is headed.
It's pretty obvious,
missing an arm.
ain't it?
What's obvious?
Last time I
So the
checked,
Ice
Legionnaires
Bloods are
was...
adaptation, merit, traditional. So they have... Oh, now this was not before. I watched on the demo, and lead voluntary expeditions did not exist before. Community action, the Ice Bloods will lead voluntary teams into uncharted territories to explore them swiftly. And if you have good relations, you get hunting trip, which gives you free food. And currently they're only a new voice. It's only 1,500 machinists, lords, and foragers have turned into ice bloods. Very little of them, and they're the least population in the city currently. Recruiting some of the most resilient and capable of the city. The ice bloods are the strongest, and therefore they believe the resources should be rewarded to the best. Rewarded on individual merit. Because you see, the thing about that is that, well, you get more if you work harder, better, smarter. It encourages you to work better and smarter. If everybody gets paid the same, then people are going to be upset. Those who have the difficult job of maintaining dangerous machinery that could kill them, versus those who are just cleaning up a bit of dirt, or just cleaning. Don't you think someone who's maintaining a dangerous machine that could kill them, and the entire factory relies on them, should be paid a bit more than the same man who cleans the toilets? Or the hunters who go out and hunt should be paid more than those who just grow food? There has to be some incentive to do harder jobs, otherwise no one will work. Unless, of course, everybody agrees on it. Only if the person who's operating dangerous machinery is fine with getting the same pay as someone who cleans the toilets. Then it works. Only if everybody's in agreement that, yeah, we're fine with this, we're fine with all this. But if not, then it doesn't. Merit-based society still works if everybody thinks you should be paid the same. Because, yeah, sure, they can stop working, but then they stop getting food. Versus in every work is work, everybody gets the same amounts, they don't have to do as much as everybody else. And also, I could have sworn I remember them saying there'll only be 4 factions, but down here I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 factions, with room for perhaps 10. Perhaps there's 4 main factions that control everything, and 3 minor factions. Perhaps. Because, yeah, they could very well be minor factions. Or extremist branches of certain factions. Actually, yeah, they could be extremist versions of certain factions. This is the thing we have to say, because I could have sworn they said there'll be 4, but again, here we see 7. But yeah, they could be extremist versions, they could be branching versions of between 2, perhaps machinists and foragers coming together as the same faction, understanding reason, merit, and adaptation at the same time, adapting to the elements and the ice around them, at the same time building machines to combat what they can simply not adapt to. It's quite interesting. I suppose where they wrestle polar bears. Come on.
Tyranny is upon us, I tell
So cool.
ya.
If the stewards won't do anything about it, they'll take over all districts and take out any rivals.
If any future awaits us at all, it lies beyond the city walls and the vast
Yeah, we have a bunch of
frostland.
different settlements.
How many places that are rich in resources are there? One can only wonder.
We need the steward to guide us outside and reclaim what's rightfully
Build
ours.
colonies, yeah.
In order to grow, we have to expand. I can already see it. New, vast colonies sprawling from the snow, connected with our city, with those magnificent skyways, pumping oil and food like lifeblood. Maybe this will satiate the ambitions of those windbags in the council hall.
I doubt that.
So it appears they think they're all windbags of Council Hall, which could be very true. The people there might not know what they're really doing, but at the same time, these council people are chosen representatives by their factions. They're supposed to represent the people and vote in which the people want. Though their arguments would cause discord, it is true. It's simply better than one man deciding everything. Plus 100 people on the council allows multiple factions to be heard versus just one man who's only one faction. Might say, oh, I'm sure we can find some way that everyone can agree and the captain will represent everyone. No, it's simply not possible. There's reason and there's none. There is Adaption? There's not adaption. The captain simply chooses in which he wants. Sure, the steward has some sway in the decisions made by the council, but truly the council and their representatives have most of the choice. And if they get pissed off enough, they'll riot.
Meanwhile, the tension in our beloved city rises.
Tension rises.
Let's hope the steward's instincts will
Yes,
lead us
you
astray.
agree.
Leaders should be made of sterner stuff, I tell you. Especially now when we're all faced with never-ending White House riots in the street, crime, industrial fumes, people are Wait. Wait. Can you hear that?
Yes. They're sounding the alarm.
And
I've
then
heard
lots of horrors.
stories of other distant places. Some of them seem real, others, well, pure fantasies. The city is like a human body. Has its limits, or at least that's what they say. Yet maybe you have other ideas.
You know
Care
someone's
to
gonna make a
take a
mod that's
sip?
literally just gonna revert it back to
Tell
Frostpunk
us
1.
about them.
You know that, right? Someone's just gonna make a mod where you have all the decisions in voting, and the other people just simply don't matter. Well, anyways, that's gonna do it for this piece of video game news from Frostpunk. I did post a video on the sale of Frostpunk, and it currently has 125 views. Quite a lot. But if you are watching this, make sure to like, subscribe, and go follow me on Rumble. And join me tomorrow as we play Frostpunk 2 for a very long time. I'll break it up into multiple episodes, but I will be playing at the same time I'm uploading the videos. Meaning I'm expecting to at least get 3 good videos in before breakfast. No, I'll probably eat breakfast first, then get 3 good videos in. And then maybe do 2 more, who knows? But I've taken off tomorrow. That way I could do this. But yeah, that's gonna do it. And again, like I said, remember, tomorrow, when the first thing they'll do is eat breakfast, drink a cup of coffee, and play Frostpunk 2. The moment it comes out. Of course, don't know exactly when that is, because they only gave times for certain areas, and it's quite hard to tell whether this is an AM or a PM, but I'm guessing it's AM. So I'm expecting to get it sometime around 10 o'clock in the morning, and I wake up at about 7, 6, I'll have to wait 4 hours. Yeah, that gives me good time to do stuff. Man, so that's gonna go, That's gonna do it for today's video. Make sure to go watch the next video I post, and all the Frostpunk stuff. And if you do want more Frostpunk, again, like, subscribe, comment down below. I'd love to do more Frostpunk on the channel. And I will be playing Frostpunk 2 from beginning to end. I spent $70 in this game, man. I'm gonna get all 3 DLCs. The moment I played this game, I was a diehard fan, man. This is my favorite game ever. I've said good things about other games. I've said, oh, this might be my favorite game. But honestly, truly, from a pure gameplay point of view and a pure experience point of view, and not counting any of the other things I use to determine what is my favorite game based on just pure logic and reason, Frostpunk's my favorite game. Not just using pure reason, and adding in a bit of, well, I like this game simply because of this, although I don't really like that in other games, but simply here does it well, then I'd say Pale Beyond does it best. Pale Beyond's probably my second favorite game. I just love games that have insane cold. Freezing, ice, water, something like that. I love games that take place at sea or in frozen wastelands. Or a mixture of both. But anyways, that's gonna do it.